When you look at nature, you realize that nature is designed to be in harmony naturally. Nature is not designed to be in conflict. That is why when you even sit under a tree and the leaves fall onto the grass and you look at the grass from behind, you see harmony in the colorism. The colors don't contrast themselves. When nature is doing its color combination, it doesn't matter what color it is, it would always look good. It's only in nature that I see combined peach and green and makes it look so beautiful that peach and green is beautiful. But when you come into reality and you try to fuse peach with green, it almost don't make sense. It almost don't make sense. I mean, they are pitching, what color is this? Orange? Hmm? Coral. Okay, I'm hearing this coral. If you are wearing something like this in natural sense, this don't even make sense. I don't know how many men will do this. I don't know how many men would wear this. You see this combination? I don't know how many men will wear this combination. But nature brings it out so beautifully that when you even see it, it looks amazing. You understand? I mean, when we look around, you can see how nature combines colors together. You understand? I never even saw mauve, or the color is mauve or purple or whatever it is. I don't even see this color. Jojo, if you can show the color. And green combines so well and looks so perfect. But when you ask somebody to wear anything purple and green, it's almost look crazy. Why would I want to be in purple and green? You get what I'm saying? Yellow and purple is working so well in nature. But when you want to combine yellow and purple as clothes to wear, it don't make sense. You look like a clown. So nature has a way of harmoniously bringing everything together to make it make sense. It means nature understands servitude. Nature understands the fact that everything that is in existence and allowing itself to serve the other. Why am I saying all of this? When you look in nature, everything that is not willing to automatically be a foundation, be a bridge, be a servant to the next, doesn't fit nature, would destroy nature, would disrupt nature, would cut the flow of nature. Everything that is not like that. You know? So what I'm saying is that if you pay attention to the commandments, and if this commandment was anything to write home about, it should have been given to a people that naturally make sense with the commandment, that would naturally do this. Because naturally, when you come to the homes of the black folks, they would naturally take you in. That is who we are. We'll naturally allow a total stranger to come and stay in our houses, in our homes, and we serve them, we give them a place to sleep, we give them food to eat. We naturally do these things. You don't see it much more in the Western world, but in Africa, that is how it is. And I want to believe in certain part of the West, they still do that. But the system is such that it's manipulating you to think that it's almost impossible to do that. I've had conversations with people and people tell me that even in the bathrooms, you cannot spend more than certain minutes in the bathroom because the bills will go. This is water. So anything that takes away the harmony of nature and its state is not for nature. It's not for creation. It's against creation. So if the creator has a biased state and is trying to bless anybody or any group of people that naturally obeys the laws of nature, then biasly the creator should only create a certain group of people who are naturally loving and servant to everything that is in existence. When you take this race and you take this other race and you put these two races in a building, automatically we will all know which one will easily fall into the place of servitude and the one that would easily fall into the place of authority. Easily, you don't even have to try to look at which one of these races will do that. That is why we become unbeatable. Because even in your New Testament, it says, greater shall be the one who serve. And because we are naturally born servants, not slaves, servants being the attitude of servitude, that is why we become so great in life. And they're trying to get the secret formula to why we are so strong, we're so powerful, we're so great. They're trying to get it. It is not in all the things that you think it is. It is in the things that is not in your DNA, it's not in your nature to even fathom. Because you don't understand how to preserve life. All you know is to kill life and to destroy life and to break life into pieces. And to create artificial out of life. The Creator did not intend for his creation to become an artificial creation. He intended for nature to continue with its intelligence and blossom into an amazing place to be. But look around us. We have walls, we have defenses, we have this doing that, we have this. We imprison ourselves even without any prison warden. We build houses with walls because I don't want my neighbor to be envious or jealous of what I have in my house. So let me put a wall up so that they ain't. Do you know why you keep getting armed robbers coming to your house? Because you build up a wall to prevent the armed robber from coming in. Anything you say no to nature would happen to you. So if the Creator is indeed the God of the Bible and it says that I'll bless you according to the commandment that I've given you, then I think automatically every person that falls under the category of the servanthood or servitude in nature should automatically be blessed over every other people on the face of the earth. You can take your gods of the Bible who has no land. My gods have lands. My gods have gold. My gods have diamonds. My gods have water, good water. My gods have mountains, caves, trees that heals. What do your gods have? The God of the Bible, what does he have? That is why you can't keep your feet outside our shores. That is why you keep coming down. We know your tricks. We know your strategies. And I must clap for you. You've done a great job because you've been able to turn our own people against ourselves, against our history, against everything that our fathers fought for. You've done an amazing job. You've been able to turn a man against himself. So when you tell that man to even reason for himself, he fights you. Why are you telling me to use my mind? Don't you know the Bible says this? Are we losing our S? You cannot even think for your own. I'm not even saying think for me. I'm not even saying think for your son. I'm not even saying think for your own self. You got to go and consult a book that was written by a man to think for you. You can't even think for your own. At least even the frogs are thinking for themselves. The frogs, the roaches are thinking for themselves. You look around, you won't see any roach, but the roaches are deep. They are thinking for themselves. They know the times to come out. They know the times to stay indoors. Sadly, you don't know the times of your cry, the days of your cry, the times, the days that your real self come alive. You don't even know. You don't even know when your energies come alive. You don't even know when your energies go to death. So you are messing everything up. When your energies come alive that you should be working, you're sleeping. When your energies go down that you should be sleeping, you're busy working. How are you ever going to find fruitfulness? The greatest and the most horrific thing anybody could have ever done was to turn a man against himself. Anyway, I said I was going to continue with the Deuteronomy. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm going to continue with the Deuteronomy 28. I'm at 14 now. Let's go into it. Aquaba. Welcome to Melanated True. My name is Kojo Benson. Always humble, always delighted to come your way. Of course, this is a place of truth over lies, truth over everything. Know who you are, man. Know thyself. This is what we're all about. But again, we got to give thanks to our Creator, our Father. I want to say thank you to our Mother, the Earth, the powers of the air dimension, the powers of the earth dimension, powers of the water dimension, powers of the fire dimension. I love me some fire. You know I do. I want to say a big thank you to Nana Esi, Nana Ajo, Nana Abne, Nana Oku, Nana Yot, Nana Efi, Nana Min. Say thank you to all the gods in this house. Bang. Bang. Doc says it. Bang. Let me see if I can get how Doc say it. Jojo is not going to edit this part out. I'm going to check if I get how Doc says it. Okay, I don't have that. Bang. Bo. GBO is Bo, right? Bang. So, Toby, bang. I'm so grateful that you are with us in this house. Now, if I'm so grateful. Not to be in suit. Nabusum ska, nabusum from, nabusum put, na yada was say. I go, my cha. Nabrun de swano, nana de wa. Not to be in suit. Nana me yada was say. We are so much grateful for your presence in our lives and everything, and even opening up our understanding to get to know the things that we must know. I want to say a big thank you to the gods of your background, the gods that are scattered across the face of this continent. This is my dream, right? To visit every shrine across the face of the earth that are connected to our people. And that's what we are hoping to do the years ahead of us, to travel across the world and visit the shrines of our fathers and help me make this dream become very successful. But even sending energies towards that way so that when we go, you will be blessed, but everything we experience. Of course, I want to say a big thank you to you for your questions, for everything that you keep bringing in. So listen, I'm going to find a day to answer all these questions that are coming in. So super grateful, super humble, super excited that we're in this place. I don't want to say much. Let's go straight into what we have today. And here we are, Deuteronomy 28:14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day. Don't go to the right, nor go to the left, nor go after other gods to serve them. Why is this so hard for the God of the Bible, the gods of the Bible, I'm talking about the God of Israel, according to this Bible, why is it so hard to keep the names of the other gods out of his mouth? Try to understand this. I've been to so many shrines, and you will hardly hear a god talk about another god. Jojo, have you heard anything like that? You hardly hear a god. I'm telling you. You hardly. Unless there's a case where you are seeking refuge with a god coming from another god, and the name of that other god will show up, and we'll see what can be done to correct whatever needs to be corrected. But you'd hardly hear any other god put the name of another god in their mouth just for saying sake. I don't know what the obsession of this God of Israel, the God of the Bible, is with the other gods. Anyway, don't go after other gods to serve them, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice. Now check this. The blessings are only about 13 verses, or basically 12 verses. Give or take 12 verses, right? The curses are all the way almost 30 verses. If I tell you this God is possessed with curses, let's go to it, the curses, right? Let's see. And thou shalt not go aside. Okay, I read that. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe, to do all his commandment and his statutes which he command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All these curses shall come upon thee. And so you see the emphasis that is being played on the curses. He never said, all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you and establish you. No, he says, all these curses shall now come upon thee, and not just stay upon thee, to overtake thee. And this is where a lot of our brothers and sisters see themselves. If mentally you see yourself under a curse, and a curse working against you, you are dead, you are gone, you are done. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think you and your household and your people are under a curse, you don't need any God. You're good by yourself. You are under a good curse. You don't need to break anything. Just thinking about it, just framing your thoughts around it, you're good. You don't need any curse. You don't need any God. You don't need me to pour anything. If you think this is where you are as a people, if you think these curses are the reasons why your life is the way it is, no. The reason why your life is the way it is because the system is being used against you. That's why your life is the way it is. Not somebody standing somewhere to curse you and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Cursed shalt thou be in the field. What kind of God? Anytime you negate something in the dimension, it's happening. Anytime. Why would a creator of life curse the life that he created? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why would a creator, if you didn't want the thing to exist, you could have just saved all of us the trouble by deciding the thing not to be in existence anymore. I mean, science is telling us there were certain things that were in existence that are no longer in existence. That is why when we get all these remains, it is telling us all these stories, all these fossil remains, telling us all these stories. So there are things that have been in existence that is no more in existence. We know this. So if the creator is tired of certain things being in existence, all the creator got to do, snap a finger, you out, you gone. Why would the creator enjoy seeing you be cursed just because you were breaking a commandment? Even the murder does not curse you for the horrifying treatment you give to the earth. The trees do not curse you for the horrifying treatment you show the trees. If a tree is saying they are cursing you today, your breath is gone. Let me ask you, how many of you have ever planted a tree? But yet you want to breathe. You want to breathe in air. You've never planted a tree. Whose air are you going to breathe? Oh, you want me to plant a tree so that the air can come to you? If the trees decide to curse you today, if the water that has taken over your body decide to curse you today, tell me where you're going to be. If all these things are not in this room, the class, the process of cursing you, why on earth? Why on earth would any God have the audacity to curse you for you to work? Wait, let's watch this. First and foremost, is this curse supposed to not work? Is this curse is supposed to work against every single person that is not obeying the God of the Bible, right? The commandments of the Bible. Just in case you didn't get the memo, I honestly don't obey any commandments I don't. Why are these curses not working on me? It says what? curse you be in the city. I'm in the middle of the city, as a matter of fact. I'm in Ghana, Accra, the middle, because Achimota is basically the middle of everywhere. Wherever you want to commute to, it's everywhere in the middle. And I don't feel cursed. I know I'm not cursed. I don't see this curse. The trees are doing good. One of the ways you can know that there's a good energy in the house, check the environment. Check if there's life in the environment. I'm not cursed. What is this curse saying? And cursed shall thou be in the field. What, you want to see the field that the community is going to be built on? Cursed shall be thy basket and thy storehouse. I can take you to my storehouse right now. I can literally take you in, and it don't feel like cursed. And I don't obey the God of the Bible, because I obey the gods of nature. I obey the God. Listen, the God that you are, your cry. When your cry decides to turn against you, you will be so dead, you don't even know how you left this dimension. If your cry, your real you, your creator self, the one that is doing the listening right now, don't curse you, I don't care what power you think you have. That curse is not working. Everything that is happening is good. I'm telling you, anybody that I taught, even anybody that I taught had cursed me in my life, right? What you don't pay attention to is that every single thing that I went through is the reason why I am who I am today, and I talk the way I talk and know the things that I know. So where is the curse? Curse shall be the fruit of thy body. The fruit of my body is, as a matter of fact, is so good. We went to a priest one of these times, and the priest said, if you don't know when you lay with any woman, she will get pregnant. Jojo is my witness. Jojo. He's my witness. So the fruit of my body is good. My organs are doing well. My organs are not doing bad. I'm sweating. You saw me sweating here the whole time. I mean, my heart is pumping stuff. Energy is transferring within my body. The fruit of my body is good. It's not cursed. Why would you think you are cursed? Why would you think you are suffering these curses? Why would you subject yourself under this programming that is making you, do you see yourself cursed? Well, that is the problem right there. Because you see yourself cursed. And nobody can heal you from that disease. Cursed should thou be in the city, cursed should thou be in the field, cursed should thy basket be, cursed shall the storehouse be, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, the fruit of thy hand. My hands are blessed. The fruit, the increase of thy kin and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Be thou as, go out, what am I reading? The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation. Do you understand what vexation means? Simply means anger. We all know the God of the Bible lacks anger. That needs anger management. We all know vexation, anger. So this God is so excited about the curse that he's giving various adjectives to even describe the curse that he's bringing upon you. Cursing, vexation, rebuke, in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, where thou hast forsaken me. What kind of God is this that enjoys the destruction of his people? What kind of God that is so... when you literally read the Bible for what it is, you realize that the energies of the cursed areas were like, where the blessing areas were like, okay. Then it started getting intensified when it gets to the cursed areas. Then he started getting agitated. Who did you any wrong? Yahweh, who did you any wrong? I mean, of course, we all know they're lying in your name, but of course, according to what the Bible is saying, the book is saying. Until thou perish quickly. Why would you want the perishing of a creation quickly rather than giving this creation the ample time to even repent from the wrongs that it's doing? It means that if you're doing the right thing, okay, things might come on your way. But if you're doing the wrong thing, you quickly perish. It means this God enjoys your distraction than anything. On top of his memo, what he loves to see is see you destroyed. Everything else don't matter. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he had consumed thee from off the face of the land, whither thou goest to possess it. Will consume thee off the land. When you break these curses, yet all those that are breaking these curses are not suffering these curses. All those that are breaking the commandment are not suffering these curses. But you, that is in the church on Sunday, your father is dragging you to the church, your mother is dragging you, your grandmother, everybody is dragging you to the church, everybody is telling you if you don't go to church, you're the it. You are suffering. Some way, somehow, you are suffering this. And they that are killing thousands and thousands and millions of people, some way, somehow, this don't apply to them. Then forgive me, my black people. I would gladly go after this God of these people that seems to bless them in wickedness than this God that seeks to curse us in righteousness. How many times do you see black men come together and say, let us create something that would explode and kill people? How many times? You are more righteous than you ever thought of yourself to be. I'm telling you. But yet your righteousness cannot save you because the God of the Bible is bloodthirsty. He can't wait to see your destruction. He thrives on destruction. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with a sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Are you seeing the vivid display and the painting? As a man thinketh, so is he. As a God thinketh, so is that God. This God has all this thought in. I cannot fathom ever a second in my life that I have these thoughts in my head as a human being. How much the God that is supposedly supposed to create everything. How do you have such wickedness and corruption and destruction in you that the minute you open up your mouth, these things come out of your mouth? If you are going into a relationship with a man like this, that every second he opens up his mouth, these things come up, would you be happy in that relationship? Come on. So how is this God? Have you ever seen a father? Picture this. Your father in the house, you did wrong, and the next thing your father started saying is, I would make pestilence consume you, cleave unto thee until you are consumed from the face of the land. I will smite you with a consumption, with a fever, with an inflammation, with extreme burning, with a sword, with blasting. Now it is destroyed. And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies, and thou shalt go out of one way against and flee in 7 ways, and shall be removed in all the kingdoms of the earth. So now, think about it. This God of Israel is starting up a nation. But he's already recognizing that there are kingdoms that are already on the face of the earth. These kingdoms he did not obviously establish. These kingdoms, he has no clue how they were established. When God have established kingdoms, he's now establishing a nation. And everything about this nation that this God is establishing is through theft, stealing, robbery, bullying. And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies, and thou shalt go out in one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed in all the kingdoms of the earth. Who are the gods of these kingdoms of the earth? It's a question you should ask yourself. Because obviously the God of the Bible is not a God to these kingdoms. And thy carcasses shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. And the Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerald, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou cannot be healed. Is he really giving you a chance? He's literally saying, the things that I'm bringing upon you, you cannot be healed of these things. Are you not seeing the tactics? Putting so much fear in you that you wouldn't want to leave the church. Because the minute you step out of the church, all these curses will come upon you. Well, just in case you lost the memo, these curses are already on you. You already think you are sunk in these curses. So, what do you have to lose? You're already in these curses. These curses are, according to your own words, these curses are already working against you. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? And the Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. Basically, blindness, madness, and heart diseases in its collective. Who speaks like this? If somebody is speaking like this around you, naturally, wouldn't you say the person has a negative energy and you wouldn't want to have anything to do with the person? Well, for your information, the God of the Bible is speaking like this. The God of Israel is speaking like this. And yet, you still want to be in his presence. Oh, holy are you, Lord. Oh, creation. Which creation? I don't call him God. Which creation are you talking about? All these things are happening right in front of your eyes. But yet, you are not able to walk away from this negative energy. If I come around you and you doing a business and I tell you, oh, I don't think this business is going to do, what would you say to me? I don't want this negativity around me. But yet this God projects this negativity is in his mind. This is not an evil that any devil, this is where it gets me. Did you ever hear anywhere in the Bible the devil talk like this? Even the devil that is supposed to be Lucifer, that is supposed to be coming after you, never spoke like this anywhere else. The devil only showed up and said, did he say you would die? No, that is not true. The devil came to correct a lie, the God of the Bible. See, from the day you eat of this, you will die. The devil say, no, that's not true. It's in your own Bible. The God of the Bible lied and said from the day, you see, and you have Christians come and say, oh, you don't understand. It wasn't talking about physical death. But yet, you always talk about a physical betrayal. It wasn't a physical death. It was talking about a spiritual death. But yet, you always talk about the physical sin that Adam did. When I got a Bible like, there's so many places that got a Bible like. You know this. I've spoken about this. The devil came and said, oh no. Did he say you're going to die? As a matter of fact, you were not going to die. You're not going to die. This is what happened. Let me break it down to you. My friend Eve, this is what's happened. Let me break it down to you. All you're going to do moving forward is you're going to have the ability to distinguish between good and evil, and you make your choice. I am not telling you to make this choice, but I'm only telling you, when you eat of this, you would have the knowledge, the understanding. You will not be remote controlled by a God who is a control freak. You would know what it takes to make your own choices, to make your own decisions, to see why you want to take this life that the Creator has given you. Don't succumb to these lies. That's all. And when they ate it, did they die? Someone talk about, oh, they died spiritually. According to the Bible, Adam was 999 years old and he died. How old are you? And you have all these diseases chained around you. You and Adam, who is dying? Or who died? Or who dies early? Or who will die early? The devil, for all the evil, did not speak like this. The devil show up to Jesus and says, oh, if you honor me, I'll give you everything in this world. Because everything in this world is mine. Jesus said, how dare you? But yet at the same time, every preacher is preaching the same message the devil preached, and yet you call the devil tempting Jesus Christ. Oh, you don't think your preachers are preaching? There's that message the devil. Preachers say, come on to me, come to this church. And this church will turn you and make you a mega billionaire. 5 experiences of getting successful. 10 experiences, 20 this, sold this. This is the same offer according to the New Testament the devil gave Jesus, and Jesus rejected and said it's evil. But yet these pastors are giving this prosperity teaching. This is what it's all about. The same message Lucifer gave. According to the New Testament, I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying according to the same message Lucifer gave. Go to the churches. The churches. Hold on. Let me show you something. Hold on. Hold on. So I just Googled secret to success, right? Watch all these images. Three secrets of success. Success. 7 secrets of success. Secrets to success. Secrets of success. Secrets to success. All these quotes. Business success secrets. All these quotes. Napoleon Hill, 10 success secrets. And these are all bestsellers. The same message that Lucifer gave, that was evil and so temptuous that Jesus had to rebuke him. Prosperity preachers. Let me show you. 10 most popular prosperity pastors in the world. Kenneth Copeland. I know people say I shouldn't mention names. I am not Google. Google has it. I'm not the one mentioning the names. Google is the one mentioning the names. You cannot blame me for this. I can go on and on. Joel Osteen. What? John Piper. The names goes on. Rick Warren, Charles Al Swindoll, Andy Stanley. It goes on and on. 10 richest pastors in America. No, I want 10 richest and most powerful pastors in the world. Hold on. It's coming. Jojo, if you can pull up the same thing and give a closer shot of this. 10 most richest pastors in the world. Kenneth Copeland. What's the title? Top 15 richest and most successful pastors in the world. Kenneth Copeland. Where do you think he got his money from? Net worth, $760 million. Bishop T.D. Jakes, net worth, $150 million. You know these are not true. It's way higher than that. David Oyedepo, $150 billion. Pat Robertson, $100 million. Benny Hinn, $42 million. Jesse Duplantis, $50 million. I'm telling you, these prizes are not their net worth. They are more than that. Joel Osteen, $40 million. Clifford Dollar, $27 million. Rick Warren, $25 million. Joyce Meyer, $25 million. Pastor Jamel Bryan, $20 million. John Higgins, $5 million. Paula White, $5 million. Bishop Noel Jones, $5 million. You know what I'm saying? The same message that y'all said was demonic. When Lucifer never opened the mouth. Every time Lucifer showed up in this very book, I think I should do a sermon on when all the times that Lucifer showed up. And let's see what Lucifer came to say. The God of the Bible that is supposed to be a God of love, the God of righteousness, the God of everything, shows up and says, thou shalt curse, the Lord shall curse thee to be smitten before thy enemies, and thou shalt go out and one. Because and the Lord will smite thee with a bunch of Egypt, and the Lord shall group at and thou shalt group at noonday. This God is bringing you madness, is bringing you blindness, is bringing you astonishment of and you group at noonday. And as the blind groupeth in the darkness, thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. What did you do? What did you do to this God? This commandment that is on you didn't even come to meet it. You came to meet slavery. You came to meet racism. So all the people that are doing all this, isn't the God of the Bible seeing and setting these curses after these people? Why should these curses only remain amongst the people that are being oppressed, and yet the oppressor is not saving any of these sentences? And Lord shall group at noonday, and as a blind groupeth in the darkness, thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Are you not seeing that this is the programming that they gave you? That this is where you should always find yourself, that you never prosper, that nobody comes to save you, that nobody comes to your aid. That is why in Africa, when a black man falls into a situation, nobody else in the world is coming to save or help the black man. When a black man goes into any situation of this sort, nobody is ever coming to the rescue of this black man. Everybody else is coming again, and there's no help. Yet these oppressors are constantly getting aid from the rest of the world. And yet you are never getting aid from anybody. You are never getting help from anybody. You don't ever have anybody coming around you. And none shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build up a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. So, here is the premise. There's a God that says you broke his covenant. So therefore, he's coming against you because you broke his covenant. Okay. But yet, the person that is bringing to come and rape your household, rape your wife, take your possession, take your inheritance, take your money, that person, what is that person doing? the one that is being sent to come and punish you for disobeying, what act is that person doing? Is that person also not breaking the supposed laws that you broke, so therefore you are suffering these punishments? When are we going to reason up and understand the tactics, the program? This is the program right here. And thou shalt, President, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with a wife. If you betroth a wife, and another lays with your wife, is that not adultery? And in the commandment, did it not say thou shalt not commit adultery? But yet the punishment for your breaking of the commandment is another person breaking the commandment only to punish you that initially broke the commandment. But the person rendering the punishment is also... Oh, wait. The Bible says men do not commit adultery. It's only women that commit adultery. So when you betroth a wife and another man comes to lie with a wife, it is not technically adultery because it is not... But the woman is sleeping with another man. So if you think the man doing the punishment is not committing adultery, the woman in the act is committing adultery because the woman in the act have left the husband and is sleeping with another husband. Is this God high on crack? This is the Bible you follow. And this is the Bible you will disown your family for. Listen, it's time I gotta go. I love you guys. I'll see you next time on this same subject, going deeper into Deuteronomy 28. You should be ashamed of yourself if you think you are a cursed person.